Good morning. Today I want to show you how to access the library catalog and also how to access the databases that the library provides. So the first thing you want to do is find your way to the Mid-Plains Community College website at mpcc.edu, and then you'll find Student Resources. Under Student Resources, in the third column, there's Learning Resource Centers, Libraries. If you click on this, this opens up the library webpage. Now, I recommend bookmarking this page if you're at your own computer, so then you don't have to go through the steps to access the library catalog again. A couple of things about the library webpage is we have an online chat feature. So Ask a Librarian, when you click on this, this brings up a small chat box, and anytime that the library is open, we are available to help you. Okay, we can send files back and forth. We can help you do research. We can help you log in. But again, it's only available when the library is open. We also have our library email address, and we have our contact information, our phone numbers, and then library hours are listed on the right-hand side. So to access some of the databases, you first need to log into the library catalog. Let me highlight the instructions. So your username is the first part of your email address. First initial, last name, 4 digits. The password is the word library. I'm going to hit submit and log in. You know you're logged in when it says your name in the top right hand corner. Okay. Once you've logged into the library catalog, you see a link for databases. Okay, this is only available to our MPCC students, so that's why it's not on that main page. We want to make sure that you are a student when you log into the library catalog. So when I click on this, it brings up all of the databases the library has subscribed to, and they're broken down by subject category. For this class, you will probably use Academic Search Premier. So I'm going to click on that, and then I want to maximize the screen to get the full benefits of the database. For this class, I'm going to search for jazz. And as I type in jazz, you can see that it is pre-populating information. Okay? These are just suggestions on maybe what to search for. Obviously, jazz is a pretty broad topic, so you will have more results. If you're looking for jazz history, that's going to narrow that down. Okay? So if I click on jazz history and hit search, I come back with just over 1,200 results. The thing to keep in mind with databases is that it's a lot like using Google. Okay, you plug in some keywords, boom, you get some results. The difference is Google wants to figure out what you're searching for. Okay, they want to give you that information, and they're going to try to they're always like a couple of steps ahead, trying to think what you're thinking. Okay, the databases expect you to know. They expect you to know your terms and your keywords. And it's really important that you don't plug in phrases, because you have to keep it too short and succinct. Does that make sense? So with jazz history, because I have 1,200 results, you're not expected to go through the entire result list. Maybe I want articles that are just from peer-reviewed journals. If I would click on that, it will narrow my results down. Maybe I want stuff simply from academic journals, or maybe I want to narrow it down by subject. Okay, I'm looking for specifically jazz history in the United States. That will take my 1,200 results down to 31 results. For the interest of this paper, or this video, I'm going to go ahead and just click on one of the titles. When I click on a title, it brings up a short abstract. Okay? So this abstract briefly tells me what the article is about. This gives me a good idea on whether or not it's something I want to continue to read, or maybe I want to go back to my results list. Sometimes articles can be 20, 30, 40 pages long, and you don't want to read that entire article only to find out that it has nothing to do with your paper or your subject, and it won't bring anything to the table. So for this article, it's something that I want to read. On the left-hand side, I'm going to click on PDF Full Text, and it opens up the entire article. Okay. From here, on the right-hand side of the screen, I can save this article to my Google Drive, which I highly recommend doing, because if you have a Google Drive set up, when you click on this and you sign in, you will notice an EBSCO folder. Okay, so everything you've saved will go into this folder. That's really helpful because typically you do your research and then you write your paper. You don't do it all in one sitting, okay? So, maybe I'd like to print the article. You have the option to do that. You click print within the PDF. Refrain from using the print over here because that will just print the abstract. You can email the article to yourself. And one of the best features I think available is the citation feature. So there are all of the different citation formats available. And whether you're using APA, maybe you are going to use Chicago, or MLA, you can find those different citation formats and copy them just as I have, and then paste them into your Word document. Okay, they're pretty spot on. Sometimes things need a little bit of tweaking. For instance, the APA citation it's great. Okay, so you wouldn't need to do anything to this one. Oftentimes the author's names are all in capital letters. Maybe the title is all in capital letters, or the first letter of every word is in capital. So you do have to check those over, but sometimes they're absolutely perfect. So if you're going to save that to your Google Drive, then I also recommend opening up a Google Doc and just plugging that citation in there as well. That way you have it and you don't have to go back and search for it again. To go back to the result list, you can click up in the top left-hand corner, and this takes you back to the results. Okay, you'll notice that there's some videos. And you can use those if you find them appropriate. And it gives you the details as well as any of the citations. Okay? And then I would like to go back to the database and back to my result list. So in a nutshell, that is how to use the Academic Search Premier database offered from your library. Okay. Oops. Close that one. Go back to the library catalog. Another database or another item you may be interested in is the EBSCO ebook collection. Okay. We have over 150,000 ebooks in our collection, and you never know what you'll find. They are updating 4 times a year. So I'm just going to type in jazz again. Click on jazz music. And there are 351 results. Okay, the great thing about an ebook is you can read it in the PDF, or you can download to read it offline. So again, it looks a lot like Academic Search Premier. When I open it in PDF, again, I can save this to my Google Drive. I can save pages, email pages. There's the citation feature up at the top. And one of my favorite features within the ebooks is the search within. So I'm clicking on that. If there's a specific search term or person or something specifically within that topic that you want to look for, you can plug that in and it will bring up all of the different pages in which that keyword hits on. Okay? So you can see on page 66, Miles Davis. And then I can go directly to that page. It's a little bit different than when you pick up a book and you have to kind of skim through the entire thing. The database does that for you, the ebook database, so that's really handy and something to keep in mind. You can zoom in or out for the text and again, download, anything like that. If you have any questions, please contact the library. We will be closed from, let's see, December 23rd through January 1st, and we'll reopen on the 2nd of January. But if you have any questions, you can email, if you're taking a winter class, go ahead and email them to the library at mpcc.edu, and I will check those, check that email regularly. Okay.